Hello, I'm Sigsolo. Welcome to my channel. Today is focus shave number 15. It's shave video number 35 and shave related video number 40. So it's kind of a round. And also today is 6 months anniversary for my very first shave video. December 19th was the first one and today is June the 19th. So today is an anniversary shave. So I will be using my two favorite razors and the soap I started with, the brush I started with, and the ball I started with. So let's take it from the top. My favorite razor was the first adjustable I bought, and that was the ROCKWELL. Well, you can see it's an interchangeable adjustable, but it has plates, and this is the chrome one. That was the first one I got, and I don't know if you can see the numbers on it, 3 and R. I have the 3 plate in it because that's what I used in my first shave with it. Okay. The second razor, it comes as no surprise to anyone, is the KARVE. I love my ROCKWELLs. I have 5 of them. And I love my KARVEs. I have 4 of them. So the first KARVE I ever used with the plate, that was the first one I ever used. And that's the KARVE stainless steel with 3.5 inch handle with the B plate in it. I don't know if you see the B is down there. Well, I kind of see it myself. In it is the first blade I fell in love with. I tried some different ones, and then I saw a review by Mark Serrati saying that the treat was good. It was sharp enough and very smooth. So I got this, and that's what I have. I have a new blade. I'm not going to repeat the mistake from 2 weeks ago. So I have 2 new blades in the razors. And what I did for my first shave was I took the Paraso green. I took the brush, an Omega boar brush, Omega Paraso brush. I loaded off the puck as I did today for 20 seconds. And then I took the puck, not the puck, idiot. I took the brush to the ball and I finished the lather in the ball, because that's what I saw you fat boy do, or say that you could do. So that was the first one I did. My first lather was very bubbly, lots of air, not creamy and delicious like this one. Maybe I put too much water in it. I didn't work it enough. I thought, well, it's making a foam, it's fine, it's finished. I had a terrible shave. So I hope to do a better shave today. So, but before we move on, the mixed coffee, another one. So, if you are a new viewer, welcome to my channel. Nice to have you here. Please consider a subscription. You can subscribe, where is it? In this corner, I think it's here. And if you are a returning viewer and subscriber, thank you. It means a lot. I am at 266 at the time of this recording, so it's going the correct way. I'm really humbled and honored that so many of you have subscribed. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, really. This one here came into my den at, I think, shave 25 or something. Today's focus shave number 15, and it's the battle. I'm not sure if it will be a battle, but it's my two favorite razors. The ROCKWELL 6C. Ah, look at this shine. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? No one told me about breaking in a brush. Nobody told me about taking your time with the lather. Everything was horrible compared to this. This is not great either, but it's much, much, much better than what I shaved with in my first shave. I tell you, this is much, much better. Oh yeah, you know where you have the Paresso. It's so cheap. And the 6C in chrome, as I'm using today, is the cheapest, I believe, of the ROCKWELL 6s. I have soap on my hands. That's a bad idea for me. So I will be using the 6C chrome on this side, and I will be using the KARVE Christopher Bradley stainless steel with the B plate on this side. Okay, and as I always go this side first, the Christopher Bradley it is. So I haven't used the B plate for a very long time. I have become very fond of my C plate. This is not the cheapest. I meant to use my cheapest. That's the brass one. But I have never shaved with the brass one. So to have an anniversary shave with the razor, calling it your favorite and you never used it before, that would be cheating. This is the one I've been using I've used the most because I had it. Not from the beginning, but almost from the beginning. It's been my favorite ever since. 2.5 days stubble. Not a 5-day stubble like the other day. Okay, 6C. I don't know if it's called, I don't remember. Is it polished chrome or is it white chrome? It's not gunmetal and it's not the rose gold. So let's just call it the chrome one, okay? I feel the blade more in this. And I'm sure there's a reason for that. There must be something about blade exposure in this. I had a discussion the other day, or a conversation with a fellow YouTuber about getting all these different ROCKWELLs and KARVEs and why I didn't just settle for just one. That's because I'm dedicated. You know that. There's your answer. Are you obsessed? No, I'm dedicated. That's who I am. KARVE again. I know that there will be a titanium one available and I'm on the list. I have no idea when it will become available. I ordered the new Tatera Muramasa, I think it's called, the adjustable one. I ordered that yesterday. I have no idea how long it will take for it to get here. So, okay, let's feel the skin. I can tell you, this was already a much better shave than my first shave. On Tuesday, I will be repeating my very first shave as a YouTuber. You can go back to video 1 and see it was a Lucky Dice shave. So the Lucky Dice decided the combination. Oh, I have stubble here. I didn't attempt to. That will kill me. But the rest, a little down here, and then that's actually quite good, I would say. But then I had a conversation in one of the forums with some guys about using the mister. And I know I laughed at it the first couple of times I used it, but I've grown very fond of it because I don't have to get my hands wet all the time. I don't have to touch my face getting leather and pre-shave wax or cream on my hands before touching a wet razor handle. I don't get soap and stubble everywhere, and I retain whatever residual slickness is left from the first pass because I don't wash my face. I'm not saying that's the only way to do it, but that's how I like it. And that's why I'm a big fan of the mister and why I keep using it, even though I still smile, because it's a great invention. I know it most likely wasn't invented for what I use it for, but that's how it is. Across the grain with the KARVE with the B plate in it. This is just, the angle comes so naturally here, and that is a boar hair. Only thing, and that goes for both of them, I only ever cut my fingers on the blade tab on 2 razors. And one was tightening the 6C, and the other was tightening the handle on the KARVE. Because you see, they have the blade tab sticking out, and when you touch here to tighten or opening, you have to press. And I cut my finger. So, and actually, I have done it on this very razor and the other. So, and that's the only time that has ever happened to me with blade tabs sticking out. And I learned my lesson. Twice was enough. And I think I just cut myself a little there. Oh yeah, I have an ingrown hair here. It's funny going back to the B plate when I have been using the C plate for such a long time. And the 3 plate as well, because I've been using the 4 plate for such a long time. So, can't help but thinking, hey, did I put in a blade? And I know I did. And you know I did, because as well, you see the end tab sticking out. And I cut myself on this one too. So, when people say be careful, maybe they, like me, once cut their fingers on it. And it wasn't because it's slipped and I cut myself on the sharp edges. No, it was on the ends. Watch out. Watch out. Okay, back to the question. Would this be enough? Do I need to buy all the others? No. Of course not. Well, maybe the aluminium one. That's very different. But the rest of them, aluminium. Are you crazy? Idiot. This doesn't come in an aluminium version. If it did, I would have it. Just like if they made a white one, I would get that. I ordered the black one too, but it disappeared. in the shipping. It was mailed to me in April and it's just gone. So I'm awaiting a refund, and then I'm considering whether I should get the blue one instead of the black one that was missing. I don't know. Some might say, why don't you just order them all? Well, just to show you that I'm not obsessed. Maybe. So, okay. So that's that. Pass number 2. Let's see. Oh man. Oh man. We have here, I don't know if you hear it. Yeah. So, usual suspects, usual place. And cheers to you all. Yeah. This is a great scent, and it's when it's well, I don't know if you feel this way. Tell me in the comments. But this being my first scent, my first soap that I used. So I just love the feeling of the menthol and the eucalyptus on the skin on the second and third pass. At first it feels like it's suddenly become very cool, very cold, but it's just the ingredients working. And it's even over here today a little itchy. But I know from experience that that's okay. So, and I can see I could have given this a little more water, but let's put it to the test. Against the grain, Christopher Bradley stainless steel with the lovely, and I stand by that, the treat blade is a great blade for me. It's very smooth and it's sharp enough. I used the feather blade on Tuesday, and that's sharp enough too. And I know it's a mental thing. Can't help but think, oh, I will cut myself up. And of course I won't. Just trust your instinct. And I was even talking about a guy about it, a viewer, about maybe you should do a blind test to see if you can actually feel the difference. And I have no idea how to do that, but to do a blind test and have different blades in maybe the same razors, in all the ROCKWELLs maybe, have different blades and then decide which one is which, and then see if I can feel the difference. And of course recording it to make a complete fool of myself. This is like coming home. Just like using the 34C. That goes for both of them. You know, I don't think I would ever dare to do a blindfolded shave. But I think I would be confident enough to do it. Don't challenge me because I won't do it. That's just stupid. Or, well, I have stuff to live for. I won't do it. Challenge someone else. Okay, so, and for this anniversary, I gave the captain off. So, are you ready for the captain to speak? Of course, the captain's here. This is your captain speaking. Please have a seat. Please fasten your seatbelt and wash your face with the face cloth with the very, very hot water. Oh yeah. And maybe the shirt too. Oh yeah. And I can't remember if I ever mentioned my little nice scent trick. What I do when I have a soap that I really like the scent of, what I do is I accidentally put some here on the collar of my t-shirt. Accidentally, of course, accidentally. Because then the scent of the soap will stay with me for the rest of the day. My wife always asks me, how come you always get soap down here? Can't you just stop or wipe it off? And it's an accident, you know, it's an accident. So I use this, the stick, the elm stick on my first shave. So let's give that a spin. Oh, way too wet. Oh, sorry, dry. Still too dry. Yeah. That's a prima. A prima shape, I tell you. I've been working from home all week. Since Tuesday, we were sent home because some idiots coming in to work on the new airport being done here. They thought, well, let's go to town, let's have a party. We were supposed to be in quarantine, we were supposed to stay home for 7 days, but we're bored, we want to party. So, that's what the idiots did. And during that time, infected 7 confirmed cases and sent 300 people home. And my entire department in the educational department, the Department of Education where I work, we were all sent home. So I've been home all week, and not only that, my daughter had a birthday yesterday, she turned 13, and all the festivities were cancelled. No party with her friends, no sleepover, no, we call it coffee mic, where you have cakes and hot food and everybody comes and say hello and sit down and have a little to eat and some cake and a conversation and bring a gift. It's called coffee mic. Kaffe is coffee. Coffee mic. And everybody comes. We had to cancel that too because of the idiots. So I had a very disappointed daughter. I promised her, of course, to do a redo at some point. We will do it when it's allowed, of course. So she will get her teenager party or festivities. Okay, the first aftershave balm I ever used is one of 2 available here in Greenland. This one, Nivea Men Sensitive, also referred to as the white. So that's the one I used in the first shave, and that's the one I used before I started making videos, and that's the one I used for the first, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 videos. So, and that's like coming home to, this is, well, this is par, because both sides are equally good, I would say. This is great, this is fantastic, this is awesome, this is, well, all of the above. So, what I did on the first shave 6 months ago was to take this mild body cream from Matas, see, Matas, and just apply a little. That was before I discovered the Nivea Soft and the Nivea Men. So this will have to do, and this is this takes a little longer to be absorbed into the skin, and you always have some left for your elbows, you know. We had +5 degrees yesterday, but -1 this night, so it's still even though the midnight sun has begun. Even though the midnight sun has begun, we still had -1 Celsius this night. Okay, so what I used today, my two favorite razors, let me have them up correctly, the ROCKWELL Chrome, ROCKWELL 6C Chrome, and the Christopher Bradley KARVE stainless steel with a B plate and a 3 plate. So that was a nice return to my first shave. I had the Perazzo green that I soaked a little first, bloomed for a couple of minutes, and then I worked my boar brush, the Omega Perazzo brush that had been soaking in my Greenlandic animal carb for 10 minutes. No one told me about that when I first started, so I just wet this under the tap and had a hell of a time. I worked the ladder. I finished it in my timeless bowl. I used I forgot to tell you again, but you remember, the Treat Platinum blade. In both of them, a great blade. You get 200 of those for $4 on eBay. Sometimes even $11, so knock yourself out. I used the Nivea White for sensitive skin, and I finished it off with this cream, the body cream from Matas. So that's it. And if you haven't done so, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, the notification bell, and share. And of course, as always, comment. I love it when you do it, and I always respond to your comments. You know that if you're a frequent commenter. Okay, and remember, we are not obsessed, we're dedicated. Sigsolo, out.